Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Explore the Spectrum. I'm your host, Janetta Bryant, and today we are joined by Amber Furby with Grace Autism Services. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm really well. I am appreciative of your time and joining us. You're a busy lady. You've got a lot of different centers and things that are happening, and we are grateful for you sharing a little bit of your world with us today. What got you involved in wanting to work in the autism community?
I grew up with a sibling with autism and started volunteering with individuals with developmental disabilities when I was very young. It became a passion.
You know, it's fun. We have come to know that siblings of special needs kids could be some of the most prized possessions that society offers. I've spoken to one person and they mentioned to me, they said they only hire siblings of special needs kids because of the ability to think outside of the box and problem solve. They said they've seen it their whole life. They know that there's got to be a solution somewhere within. And so that's a beautiful reason to have started and a passion, obviously, from the heart. Now, you have several different centers, and I adore the fact that you've named your business Grace, because I think all of us need just a little bit of grace, not only our kids, but the different professionals and the stresses that they're under and trying to help our kids be their best. But you have a lot of different locations. You must be doing something uniquely different from everyone else. Tell us a little bit about your centers.
So we only have one physical location. We provide a lot of services in the community, school-based services, early childhood centers, that kind of thing. So it looks like we cover a lot more ground than where we have physical locations.
And what all do y'all do there?
So our primary service is we provide one-to-one direct ABA therapy. We also provide quite a bit of parent training, family training, and coordination. That could look like training extended family, grandparents, other caregivers, coordinating with, some clients may be going through custody battles, things like that, helping with the courts. We do quite a bit of IEP and school consultation. I started out as a special education teacher, and that has kind of morphed into another service that we provide. And so that's been really amazing for a lot of the folks we service, especially as they get older, and helping to bridge that gap between direct services when they're young and getting them prepared for school and secondary school.
Absolutely. That is something special that you offer. You know, we have such a hard time as parents trying to coordinate all of the different notes and field notes and goals from a therapist to the next hands that are going to be helping our child, continue to grow and climb that ladder. And it's fun to know that there are people out there that are willing to get, their hands involved as well and roll up their sleeves and get the work done. In your experience, now primarily focused in ABA, am I correct in saying that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, in your experience, what are some of the greatest successes you've seen with some of the kids you've worked with?
Wow. I don't know if anyone's ever asked me that question. I'm very fortunate. I started out doing this. I was underqualified for my first job as a therapist, technically. They wanted college graduates, and I was still in my junior year of undergrad. So I've been really fortunate to have been in the field for a long time and see children enter different phases of life. I have one former client in particular who was absolutely brilliant, and he taught me so much. We worked a lot on social skills and relationships. And he was I started with him when he was in high school. He is now at the University of Georgia. He is a physics and engineering major. he's just amazing. And living somewhat independently. He's got roommates, which is totally age appropriate. But really able to function so much more independently than I think what his parents and I could have ever thought. I have several young clients that I started with before they could speak. I started with them when they were still in diapers. And a lot of those guys are now approaching middle school, highly verbal, academically very successful, and still need some supports. But who doesn't? Who doesn't at that age? But highly verbal, academically very strong, able to participate in social and recreational activities also. So it really varies. That's why they call it the spectrum. It really varies.
It does indeed. So if you were to tell a family with a newer diagnosis something that they just needed to know about your field particularly, what would you think that most important thing is to relay to them?
Do your research before you commit to treatment. It is a big undertaking, a great commitment for the whole family. And so know what you're getting into before you commit, and ask a lot of questions of any provider. We provide actually monthly parent trainings, and we're looking to open it to the public. And that's one of the things I'm really passionate about, is informing all stakeholders on what does quality services look like.
That's great. I love that piece of advice. So if someone is in Georgia and they're wanting to contact you, learn more, wanting to be involved with you or support you in some way, what's the best way for them to reach out?
I would say going to our website. I can also be found on LinkedIn. I was recently sworn into the state board for licensure for behavior analysis. So I've been popping up on a lot of searches. You meet the governor once and suddenly you're a local celebrity. So I've been popping up on a lot of searches, things like that. But our company website or LinkedIn is probably best.
All right. Well, we appreciate you being here today and sharing a little bit of insight about what you're doing each day and helping the kids that you do. And genuinely thank you for the effort that you put in and for reminding everybody that there's a little bit of grace in every day and every experience. And for all of our viewers, we are grateful for you as well as we continue to explore the possibilities.